Debbie's Bureau, where we talk about issues that concern the state, void of politics, fear of favor. Old Tafo Member of Parliament Vincent Assafuah is demanding answers from the government regarding the cost and details of President Mahama's recent international trip, insisting it is within his right as a legislator to seek clarity on matters involving public funds. Speaking in response to criticism following a controversial Facebook post, he defended his decision to question the mode of the president's travel and the associated cost to the taxpayer. The Member of Parliament had earlier alleged that a private jet left Accra on the morning of Sunday, August 17th, around 7 a.m. and speculated that it may have been used for President Mahama's official visit to Japan and Singapore. He estimated the total cost of the jet traveled could amount to 690,000, triggering widespread debate online. He also challenged the presidency, arguing that although government insists President Mahama flee on Emirates, he doubts the entire presidential delegation used the commercial flight. So President Mahama is currently on a two-nation visit to Japan and Singapore, focused on strengthening bilateral ties and promoting investment opportunities. So this is basically from Honorable Assafuah, Old Tafo Member of Parliament. On Saturday, the president traveled to, he's supposed to go to a two-nation tour, that is Singapore. And this is to collaborate with top institutions in Singapore on how to increase their investment in the country. And it's based on how to bring development that has to do with institution investing into our businesses and a whole lot. And the Member of Parliament for Old Tafo is saying that the private jet the president flown with has caused the Ghana a lot of cedis. And in response to that, the Minister for State in charge of Government Communications, Felix Kwakye, has called out the Member of Parliament, Vincent Assafuah, for peddling falsehood about Mahama's travel. According to him, his claims that President Mahama have traveled abroad on an expensive private jet is a shambolic propaganda. He has alleged on Facebook that Mahama has rented a luxurious private jet, which is estimated to cost about 15,000 per hour. So this is Minister of State in charge of Government Communication, Felix Kwakye, responding to him and saying that what he is saying is wrong. Now, this is what I want to say. It is very sad to bring out an information with your own calculations. Okay, so fine. We are in a country where we've seen people hiring a private jet that cost the country 18 million. No one spoke about it. And that 80 million private jet was to go and borrow. It's not as if you are going in to collaborate with anybody. You are going in to borrow. And after we came out to question, why will you hire a private jet at the expense of the taxpayer? 18 million. They said, oh, the Falcon we have has an issue. There was no battles in the Falcon. And so that was the previous administration. The previous administration, they are supposed to hire a private jet. And let's look at this. A private jet, per my knowledge and per what I've read, is more expensive than a commercial jet. Let's note that. A private jet is way far more expensive than a commercial jet. Former President Akufo-Addo traveled with a private jet. President Mahama traveled with a commercial jet. And then you come out to make this political propaganda. You see, our politicians, they are not more politicians, but they are politicians. That is who they are. They think they can trick us. No. No, you cannot. Recently, we find ourselves in a state where 8 gallant heroes lost their lives. And up till now, we are still trying to figure out whether their death was normal due to weather, as everyone is saying it, or because the plane has a problem. We are yet to figure it out. And we are in a country where if the president travels with his brother's jet, it becomes a problem. You are the same people that will come out, release a statement questioning why President Mahama traveled with a private jet, his brother's jet. I think it's about time we start questioning the minorities. We should start questioning them. And I'm beginning to suspect whether we should question them if they know something about the plane crash. Because they were the same people that was sitting at the president to use the jet that these 8 gallant heroes used. Questioning why he's using his brother's plane whilst the country has a plane. And excuse me, but as a right-thinking leader, even if you know there is a problem with this, and someone is telling you, don't go ahead to do it, you are supposed to do it. Because if you do it right now, it is not to your benefit. The next government that will come will take over. And so you make claims that because you wanted to purchase a private jet, and the current administration, who was then in opposition, said no, so you stopped. Like it's what? Like it's what? Don't sit at your home and tell me I'm doing politics. No, we are talking to the truth and the fact here. Let me refer you. In case we have forgotten. So back then in 2021, the then Minister for Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, said Akufo-Addo, former president, hired a jet that cost the state 14,000 per hour. 14,000 per an hour. An accumulative 3.46 million. And this has stirred controversy where he alleged that President Akufo-Addo hired a private jet at the cost of 2.8 million on his travel to France, Belgium, and South Africa at the expense of the taxpayer. And I remember he filed a question in Parliament concerning this. 14,000 per hour with a private jet. The former president went to France not for anything but to beg. They were the same people that were saying that Ghana is beyond aid. Ghana is beyond aid. We are not beyond aid. Because even with this whole thing that we say we are beyond aid, we still go out there to lend money. Imagine you are coming to borrow money from me, and then you come with a private jet that costs 2.8 million. What are you trying to tell me? Excuse me, I'll see it to be someone who is not a Ikaka. Because if you have that money to hire 2.8 private jet, why should you come borrowing money from me? It means then that we have money in the state. Which these same people complained to us that there was no money. But they were flying. And the president traveled with an Emirate commercial plane. You are complaining, bringing out records that do not even tally. If you want to trend on a positive note. If you want to be like Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, maybe you have to go back and do your homework well, because he speaks with facts, and you are supposed to do same. Member of Parliament for Otafo. Maybe you are supposed to do your homework very well. So what do you want the president to do now? Because when When he does this, you say, hey. When he moves to this direction, you say, hey. So he should do what? You people don't want him to travel with his brother's plane. And now he went with a commercial plane. You are complaining that he's supposed to state. I was listening to him. He was supposed to state the plane he flown with, the money it cost, the number of people he went with. And I was like, look at this. This is people we call intellectuals. This is people we respect. And this is what they are doing. No one can trick us in this country. We are above it. It took the grace of God, like the RIP will be written boldly on the picture of our president.
This is Ghana Talks Breakfast Show,
It
your
took
morning
the
companion.
grace of God. And now that we've lost these people, this is what you do. This is the best thing you can do. To call on the president and tell him that you have spent a lot of money, blah, 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 blah. And you think we'll sit back and applaud you because you are doing great. You're doing massively well. Don't forget, the safety of the president lies on us. If something should happen to the president, we will bear the cost. He's going to Singapore not for his own benefit, but for our benefit. You are the same people that are complaining that this and this, and your employment are saying, we cannot do it alone. So please, if you think you come out to make a statement without quality facts, please don't come out and talk, because we have record. This is it. Your president was flying around, bathing in the air, borrowing money. In fact, you messed up the economy. You messed up everything. You're not supposed to even talk. But you're still making noise. Because of democracy in here. You see, democracy is not good for Africans. Thank you for making time with me on the Girl.